Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here. Alright, so today I'm going to be taking in a team to try and take on the coming fire meta. Right now in the arena, Dark still has the advantage. We have Dark HP up and Dark Attack up, and I'm definitely feeling the heat, so to say, from the fire teams right now. Yuffie is definitely pretty strong, especially on this short map where she can get across really fast. It's definitely tricky to deal with, but it is not impossible to deal with. I think right now I have a positive 50% win rate, so I think I'm winning about 3 out of 5. Not quite perfect and still can be tweaked. So I've done like a few fights here and there to set up this video, and I worked on a couple different teams. I ended up deciding on this one. I was working on a team with Lemure. Lemure is pretty good. I really like her. But going against, like, let's say, mono fire teams with Megamont, the lack of the third DPS character makes it very hard, because if the characters start hyper-focusing Megamont, then they end up not being able to do enough damage fast enough, and Yuffie can just wipe the team. So that's why I kind of dropped Lemure, and I will be going with this team today. Okay, so to go into the build, here I have Sephiroth right here. He is at 12k HP, 103 agility, 501 dexterity, 420 luck. He's got 1666 attack, 13 defense, 4 spirit. Going into the back end stat details, he's got 34/29 missile, 29 pierce, 7 magic, -8 to strike, and his elemental resistances are looking as good as ever. Going into his stones right here, I have him on max HP and attack up. Okay, so that is Sephiroth. Going into Halloween Lucia, I have her at 9.2k HP, 97 agility, 466 dexterity, 370 luck. She's got 1400 magic, 31 defense, 37 spirit. Going into her resistances, she has 12/10 pierce, 22 missile, 33 magic, and -5 to strike. And her elemental resistances are as shown below. So she's looking pretty good. Her her stones are HP and agility. Lastly, and the interesting part of this team, is Shadow Lynx here. So Shadow Lynx, there's a couple different ways you can run her. I think I'm going to actually try something a tad different, which might be a little bit, let's see here. It might be a little bit tricky. I'm going to try turning off this protect ability. Because Yuffie can remove protect, and it is a bit tricky because, as you guys will see, I can actually get Shadow Lynx to 172 accuracy. That's base, so that's pretty intense. And even with that much accuracy, she can still miss. Like, I've had several misses. So I think it's pretty ideal that she gets off her 60+ accuracy buff, because there ain't nothing in the game that's gonna evade her with 172 accuracy plus 60. I think that is just not gonna happen. The question is taking that off and making her a little bit less tanky going to be good in the long run? So we're gonna experiment with that today and see how it goes. I do have June's TMR on her, so yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. So here we have her sitting at 9k HP, 107 agility, 480 dex, 390 luck, 1400 attack, 17 defense, 4 spirit. Her back end attack type resistances are 17/10 pierce, 27 missile, 27 magic, -10 to strike, and the same as Halloween Lucia in the elemental attack resistances below. All right, guys. Well, that being said, let's look for some fights and get into it. Okay, so here we have Kiri. Okay. Alright, so here is Mysidia, the Fire Lord, if I will say so. So this dude, I feel like, last time I saw a video from him, I think he had like 150,000 Visior saved up. I think that he's basically full free to play, which is hats off to him. And I think he only pulls fire. So this team should be pretty freaking ideal. So I think if we're looking for a good team to fight, it would be this team right here. So I'm pretty psyched that I actually ran into him. I never run into the other YouTubers. I'm always looking for Orange J. I want to take that dude down as soon as possible, but I never find him. I don't think he's ever up here in like the top 100, if not even like the top 1,000. So I think he's probably busy doing other stuff. All right, well, that being said, let's get into this battle. Let's see how this team goes, and we'll see We'll see if we can take them down right here. I'm pretty sure that he'll probably be pulling for Hyo. I'm not really sure. It looks like Hyo might be non-limited. If he is, I'm super psyched because then I'm going to pass and I'll just pull him on a 2K later on. But I guess we'll just have to see. Okay, so there's that evasion buff right there. There's the Wutai dash getting up the agility. So this team's going to be really fast. So we're going to get up our accuracy right there. Here goes Sephiroth with his barrier. He's going to run up the side. Mont is going to run up as well. Here we have Lucia doing the AoE buff, physical shield, and the defense up. Okay, so Pisaro's going to run forward. Here comes Yuffie with Brumal form. Alright, so Shadow Link's going to get that first hit on Pisaro right there. Mont is going to do very little damage. Okay, so taking the first hit on Megamon right there. There goes Yuffie with the CT up. Lucia is going to Toad's Curse on Megamon, take him down. Here comes Yuffie. Okay, so she's going to jump. That's interesting. He has her on Dragoon. Here comes Pisaro. We have no defense, though. Okay, so he's not able to take her down. Not bad. Not a lot of damage, though. Interesting that she still missed, even though she had the 60 buff. That's pretty insane. Alright, so Sephiroth here coming with the Limit Break. Looks like he's going to take down Pisaro, Courage Remove. Okay, so Yuffie's going to get the CT up right there. She's going to go for Shadow Lynx, which is going to give time Lucia to buff. She's going to get that buff up. Okay, so that's interesting. I think that Yuffie's... Okay, so there's the blind, but I think that her guaranteed hit thing is gone. Alright, so there goes Mysidia. So we can, I think, confirm that this team works for fire. Pretty stoked to actually be fighting him and actually being able to take him down. I'm not sure. I haven't fought any other Yuffies that were on Dragoon. So I think that maybe not the most ideal sub-job. As you guys saw when she did that Dragon Dive, it did like basically no damage to Sephiroth. So maybe because it's Pierce or something, but I mean, maybe it'll work. I mean, I do love Dragoon. I love Dragoon as a sub-job, and I love Dragoons just all around, but... Okay, so that was the first battle of the day. Hopefully we can go undefeated. Alright, so here is another team right here. Alright, this is Baroshio. It looks like the exact same team, but as everyone who is a good player in this game knows, you know that you can have the exact same characters and have a completely different team in the long run. I mean, with like buffs turned off, trust stones, espers, VCs, formation, 1, 2, 3, everything, etc. is a huge deal. Okay, so she's going for subterfuge right off the bat. Here comes Pisaro with the courage. Okay, Shadow Lynx is going to get the nose for the hunt buff up. Here comes Sephiroth with the barrier. Lucia is going to get her buff. Okay. And we're sitting at like top 80 right now, so definitely some pretty strong teams up here. Okay, here comes Pisaro. He's going to get the hate down in the haste. Shadow Lynx is going to go for that first hit on him. Here comes Sephiroth. Lucia is going to get the Heart of Flutter. Okay, so we're going to have to take a full round of attacks from these guys right now. Here comes Yuffie. Okay, she removed his auto AP restore. There goes Mont. Alright, so she has 2 turns left of that guaranteed hit. We'll see what Pisaro does right here. He's going to survive that first hit and take down Shadow Lynx. Here comes Lucia. Okay, so looking pretty good so far on this enemy team. She's going to get the blind on Lucia. Pisaro's hit right here is going to be tough, not going to lie. Okay, Lucia's going to get the quick action, but it's not quite enough. She's still alive, and Yuffie is looking good. She is very fast. Here comes Sephiroth with the Octaslash. Hopefully we take down Mont and Pisaro. We're not... See, this is what I'm... Like, I feel like the really strong fire teams are going to be the ones that have, more so than a strong Yuffie, a strong Megamon. Because if you can't take down the tank, it's just impossible to get through the team. So, like... We basically just fought the exact same team twice in a row here, and as you can see, we just basically got wrecked. So that's pretty interesting. I think that one other thing we can do is, I would say the big weakness here, right here, for Shadow Lynx is not enough AP. So the problem here is that I think that, let's see here, Nose for the Hunt. Yeah, see, it's only generating her 11 TP. I don't think she has any acquired AP up. I don't think Dark has one of those cards. So that is a little bit tricky. Let's look at her buffs right here. This raises accuracy rate. So if I were to take this off and put on combat ready, what does her accuracy go to? 147. That's a 25-point accuracy buff, which is pretty freaking insane. But will the AP allow her to get off those 2 hits in a row? That is the question. So I'm kind of curious actually right now. All right, so we'll go into a different team right here. We will try this team, Kitty. Okay. All right, and we'll see how this goes. So we are, I believe, 1-1 for the day, so not bad. Like I was saying, it's been a little bit tricky trying to figure it out. It's like I almost have all the right pieces to make it work perfectly, but it's like there's a few things that are just out of reach still. So I feel like this team could definitely use a little bit more tweaking, maybe like an hour or 2 of just practice, but I think that you can definitely get a team that can basically counter fire evasion 90% of the time. We'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, so there's Mont. He's going to get that all elemental resistance up and then the hate up. He's at 13k HP, so he's looking tanky. Here comes Yuffie in her Brumal form. Okay. That was a guaranteed hit that didn't do anything to Yuffie. Okay, so here comes Pissarro, here comes Yuffie. She's going to go for the limit break right here. Haven't actually seen this in combat yet. She's going to hit Lucia with it. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Okay, there's the second guaranteed hit that Yuffie took. I'm not sure if it lasts for 3 turns or if she gets 3 of them. But even now, Shadow Lynx is already out of AP. So, like, as you can see, she's like super clutch as an accuracy character, but she's also has this weakness right here where it's really, really hard to use her because she keeps running out of AP. Okay, so Sephiroth is going to get blinded right here. Now he's going to go for the limit break. Mont is going to go below half HP, and he's going to get the heal. Pissarro is going to go down, but I would say that this battle is not going to end up in our favor. He's going to get the reflex right here. He's still blinded. Okay, so he's going to go after Mont right here. Okay, Mont is going to go down, so I guess Mont already healed. Yuffie is out of AP now. Sephiroth's at 27. He's going to go for Shadow Flare. Can he do it? And he does take her down. Oh! I thought that was done. He actually pulled that off. That was pretty sick. Alright, so that was pretty good. I think we can say that Combat Ready with the extra AP did not really do anything. I might be able to up that based on... It is tricky. There's definitely a way to make this work. It's definitely not range. Move +1. It's definitely not move +1. I'm going to put this back on. Let's see here. What could work? Because you can't drop the Alexandrite ring. Alright. Well, I think we're doing okay. I'm a little bit worried about Shadow Lynx because she's supposed to be the DPS with high accuracy, but she's kind of always had that problem where it's hard for her to keep up. I do have Sephiroth's coat here fully built. That does give her extra attack, but she will lose some accuracy from that. Alright, we're just going to keep going. Alright, so let's see here. Here we have Icarus. It's going to be Pissarro, Megamont, and Yuffie. What a surprise. I think that there's basically only 2 formations that you can run right now for fire. I mean, ideally in the top ranks, which would be Pissarro, Valentine, Ildira, and Yuffie. Or I think a little bit better, Megamont, Pissarro, and Yuffie. Because you could run Valentine, Ildira, it's going to be decently good, but the problem is that Sephiroth can take down Pissarro and her in one hit, whereas Mont can kind of draw attention. So yeah, that's the tricky part. Interesting Yuffie going for that Dragoon buff right there. So I don't think she actually used Brumal form. If she doesn't use Brumal form, she, yeah, is basically, I mean, that's her bread and butter. That buff has to get off. It's like, for her, that buff is even more important than, you know, getting off Courage on Leela or Astrius. Like, it has to get off. So as you can see right here, with just one negative tweak, everything can go wrong, because this battle was not even close. I'm actually surprised how this team got into the top 70. Maybe he like just accidentally tweaked it, or she accidentally tweaked it. I'm not really sure. All right, so let's see. How many battles do we have left? Okay, so we have one battle left. I'm pretty sure we're 3-1. That would be sweet to go 4-1 with only one loss. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, here is the last team right here. This team looks pretty strong. 4.KH. Yeah, so this team is strong right here. This team has 4.6k attack. We're going to go for it. Hopefully we can pull this off. I guarantee you this team is going to get off Yuffie's Brumal form. That is honestly like the tricky part. If you guys know, does Brumal form last for 3 hits? Or does it last the extent of 3 turns? Because if she can like block multiple guaranteed hits and then get a turn, that would actually be very, very insane. Really, really strong. I cannot believe that Sephiroth is sitting at 13.3k HP. That just freaking blows my mind right now. He is at Reincarnation 35, so he's about a third of the way to the top right now. So I imagine that Sephiroth could be sitting at pretty much 15k HP max Reincarnation, which is pretty insane. Here comes their Sephiroth going for Hell's Gate. Okay, our Sephiroth's going to run forward. There goes the Reflex. It's going to miss both of them. Okay, poof goes the Ninja. Lucia's going to run forward, go for the sudden end. Wow, that is a lot of... Oh, this is why they have such high attack. They're running Sephiroth. I didn't even think about that. Wow, this team looks strong right here. Shadow Lynx completely out of AP. She is useless right now. Okay. Sephiroth is going to go Octaslash. He's going to take her down, or pretty close to it right here. Sephiroth is going to go for his Octaslash. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Wow, that was pretty insane. Yuffie's going to go poof goes the Ninja. Sephiroth is going to Reflex. Shadow Lynx is going to go down. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any more Brumal forms. Ooh, and we took him down. That was a strong team too, and ending up in rank 58. Alright, so that was a pretty fun day. I'm not going to lie. I'm super stoked to see Mysidia down here in the lower ranks. I'm sure that by next week with Hyo, he's going to have a pretty strong team. So yeah, I made this video basically just to show you guys kind of a counter to the new meta. As you guys can see, this team is not fully tweaked. I would say that this team has not reached maximum team sync as of yet. There's a few kinks and weaknesses that need to be, fixed. And, my experience in this game is that there's always a way to make it work. You just have to look about it. I mean, if you like go in here and you look at TMRs, there's something in here that's going to work. I just have to figure out exactly like the formula and everything. And, that's one of my favorite parts about these games. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to hear it. Other than that, we did go 4-1 in basically the top 100 against some pretty good fire teams right now. So pretty stoked to share with this video with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was super fun for me to make, and I'm going to be having a lot of fun this week, basically working to counter the fire meta. I think there's been a lot of discussion up in the air that's like, who is better? Is it Sephiroth? Is it Yuffie? I don't know. I think that with this game, it really it depends. I fight people that have like the most meta character in the game, and they're terrible at building their teams, and they do terribly. So like, does it really matter how good the character is if you don't put in the effort to make them good? Like, I think not really. So I think that Yuffie can be insanely good with the right player, with the right team, with the right gear, but I think also Sephiroth can be insanely good with the same thing. So that's kind of my take on the matter. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for liking these videos. I had a bunch of love and support last week when I put out all the Sephiroth ones, so that was really cool to like hear from you guys after so many months of not making videos. But I am back, I am stoked, and I'm happy to be making them. I want to give a special shout out and a thank you to the people that subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and yeah, I feel really grateful to be a part of this community with everyone. Before I go, I'm going to give one last shout out to my novel, The Monastery. I think for just a few more days, you can get it for 99 cents on Amazon. When it launched, it was a #1 new release bestseller. So yeah, if you guys like fantasy, high fiction, it's a good kind of mystical novel that I wrote after living with the monks in Nepal. So there'll be a link in the bio below for that. I hope you guys check it out. If you guys have the ebooks, yeah. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.